Plaintiff Tanya Fugate says the defendant is her sister, but they didn't talk for 20 years because she was a crack-addicted prostitute. Tanya claims they rekindled their relationship after the defendant sobered up, but once she met her boyfriend, the co-defendant, things went downhill again. Tanya suing them today for a loan for furniture, a ring, and emotional distress. Defendants Cheryl Farrell and her boyfriend Sam Faka admit that Cheryl has a past, but they claim Tanya is extremely selfish. Cheryl claims when their mother was dying, she wanted to pass away in her own home, but Tanya refused and took her into Tanya's home instead. Cheryl insists they never borrowed money from Tanya for a ring.
Let's start with you.
Well, Your Honor, me and my sister, we hadn't spoke for 19, 20 years. She took a role of being a crackhead and a prostitute. She finally got her sobriety. And
how long ago?
Possibly 2 years, maybe?
6.
Excuse me, I have in 2012, I believe, her last charge of aggravated drug
Let's see it.
charge. Yes. There you go, Your Honor.
All right. I hope I didn't catch your boyfriend in the lie already.
It's been more than 2 years, Your Honor.
You were caught with aggravated drug possession
Yes, sir.
in 12. That's not 6 years ago.
All I know is what I was told, Your Honor.
Oh. Okay, well, you may hear some more truth today. Go ahead.
And, you know, we
At least she's
rekindled.
clean, so.
Yeah,
you
we
think
rekindled
that
a great
hopefully she's still
relationship.
clean.
You know, I went to church with her and watching her sing the words to the church, you know, and people coming up and knowing her and her introducing me to people at the church.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I really got my sister back. You know, I was really happy. And then later on in early November, she met Sam, you know, and she really liked him and such. And as I find out on Samuel, he has a long list of domestic violences and protection orders to get with several women. And
You looked him up too?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Why?
I wanted to see what level my sister was at,
Okay,
you know, just
good.
because I was looking out because it was so great to
That's
have
right.
her
And
back
you don't
in my
have a
life.
past, ma'am? You don't have a past?
So-
Quiet, sir.
You know,
All
and
right.
it was just, you know.
How many convictions?
Well, Your Honor, if
3,
I had to
4,
look,
5?
oh no, you're talking 10 or 20,
No.
and very many alcohol charges, and it scared me, Your Honor.
okay.
I was so I went back to the same, you know, worrying about her and like, you know, I hope she doesn't fall off the wrong track, getting with this guy. You know, he came off as a real nice guy, and he made all this money, and you know, blah blah blah.
Did he make all the money that he claimed?
Oh, I have no idea. He didn't pay me, so I guess he doesn't make the money he claims. We hadn't spoke for 19, 20 years. She took a role of being a crackhead and a prostitute.
Defendants Cheryl Farrell and her boyfriend Sam Faka are being sued by Cheryl's sister, who claims she and Cheryl didn't talk for nearly 20 years because Cheryl was a crack-addicted prostitute.
Let me get some background from you all.
Your Honor, number one, if I had 12 of those, whatever, you, as a judge, you know I wouldn't be standing here. I'd be in jail. When I grew
Depends
up,
on how long ago
when
it
I
was.
grew up, yeah, I was rowdy. I got into a lot of bar fights. I had 3 domestic violences, and it wasn't for beating women.
Okay.
You can call them names and be charged with domestic violence. And yes, I do make good money. I'm a truck driver, and I'm
Okay.
doing good for myself. And
All
I'm
right.
proud. I'm not proud of what I did in my past, but
Right.
it's making me a better man today.
Good. All right. Ma'am, you want to testify?
Your Honor, yes. First of all, everyone has a past, and everyone has the opportunity to move on from their past, Your Honor. Me and my sister's history goes back a long way, back to when my mother passed away of lung cancer. My mother's last wish was to die at home. My sister took it upon her selfish self to take her to her house to keep her from her other children in her last days of dying.
Who was going to keep her?
I was living there at the time, sir.
Were you on drugs?
No, not
What
at that
year was
time.
that?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Hold
Not
on.
at that time,
What year
sir.
was that?
That was 96, I think.
How many years were you on drugs?
I would say 10, 15.
From what time?
I don't have the exact dates, Your Honor.
So it could have been 96.
My life was a mess. I know that.
You say she was?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
She couldn't go to her own home because she
Who
had to
couldn't?
be my mother.
Because what?
Because the wheelchair wouldn't make it round into her bathroom, and she couldn't be prescribed the medications that she was prescribed because of Cheryl living
Would take
there.
it.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna move along. Now, tell me how they owe for a loan, ma'am.
Okay, I went out on a limb and got them a bedroom suit, $821 I had put on credit cards, and $206 for interest.
Tell me when
That was on November 27th, Your Honor.
of 15?
Yes.
When were they to repay?
They were to repay starting the next week of $350 and then a $200 thereafter.
And what did happen with that?
Well, Your Honor, they made a $200 payment
Okay.
on the first payment. That was supposed to be $350. Okay.
A week later, 500. That's $700.
What do you say? Hold on, sir.
And then the following week, he deposited $500 into my checking. Well, later on in that week, Sam had called and asked if he could borrow $700 to buy my sister an engagement ring for Christmas.
That's a lie.
And I
Your
was
Honor.
like,
You're saying he couldn't afford the ring?
he just said that he wouldn't be able to pay his other bills and to go ahead and pay out another $700 because the ring was $1,400.
That's a lie. Why would I buy somebody a ring I would have known for 2.5, 3 weeks?
That's a good point. No,
Right.
well,
Living together. I don't.
some people do that. Why would I get something? I don't know her. I ain't getting her no ring. All right. So let's get over to you and ma'am about the furniture and the alleged ring. Go ahead. Who wants
Your
to
Honor,
start first
yes,
about
she
the
did
furniture?
finance the furniture for $821. There was no interest agreement. We did say we'd pay $350 and then $200 each week after. Okay, we paid the $200 one week, $500 the next. Then she started texting us. She wanted the money today, not tomorrow. We needed to take our gifts back. Blah blah blah. Then on January the 18th, she told us not to make any more payments. Do not deposit any more money into her account. That's why this loan is not paid off yet.
So let's get to the ring. What is it you want to hand me?
This
Some
is the text message
communications?
where she told us
All
not
right.
to deposit any more money.
All right, that means I want to sue you, so don't put any more
Right,
money. I
right.
don't have to. I
That's-
know what
that's
that
exactly
means
what
when you
that
say
means.
that. So let's get to this so-called ring.
As far as this imaginary $700 loan, there has nothing ever been said that would lead me to believe that Sam went and asked her for this loan. She only met him 3 times. Why would she hand him $700?
You looked him up too?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Why?
I wanted to see what level my sister was at.
Okay,
You know,
good.
because I was looking out because it was so great to
That's
have
right.
her
And
back
you don't
in
have a
my life.
pass, ma'am?
Defendants Cheryl Farrell and her boyfriend Sam Faka are being sued by Cheryl's sister, who claims she and Cheryl didn't talk for nearly 20 years because Cheryl was a crack-addicted prostitute.
Did he come to you and say, your sister's asking me for some money about a ring?
Yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Yes, he did bring that
did?
up. He showed me the texts, yes.
Okay. So there are some texts about the ring?
Yes, sir.
All right, I don't owe you 200. It's 124 plus 500 is 700. I don't see anything about a ring yet.
Right here,
You are
it's,
too stupid.
one,
I am
two.
dumb, for letting you. Ooh, you break Cheryl and I up. Get along. I tried to pay you back when you started that line about that $700 ring. Get real. So he sounds like he doesn't believe he owes. That's for sure. Let's see your
Have
communications.
my deposits, and if you go on through some texts here.
Let's see what
just,
you have about the
"Oh, I
ring. I just
forgot
want to
the-"
see what you have about the ring.
I was on a phone call when he asked for the loan.
Did you mention a ring in any of your texts?
No, because actually he asked me not to tell Cheryl about a ring, so I didn't mention a ring
In any
until
of
I
these
realized I
texts?
wasn't going to get paid.
I think she refers
the
to it
ring-
as $700, not
The ring is
And
already
he's
paid
saying,
off,
I'm sure the $700
never happened,
was for the
sir.
furniture.
Your
The
Honor.
$700 was paid on the furniture.
See?
There's no loan.
No.
for
That's
no
why I
ring.
need you to show me something where you said
isn't
to
a-
him, ring?
There
Your
is no
Honor,
$700
it was
loan.
a $700 loan, and
I don't
I
have
took
any evidence of that.
$200
ma'am.
deposit.
The only evidence I have about this ring is his text, which convinces me that he didn't get money from you for a ring. What is the emotional distress for?
Sam texts me that my sister is at a crack house with no money. He's throwing her clothes out in the yard. She hasn't worked since they've been together. And,
Ma'am, that's not enough for emotional distress. I'm talking about that. Why do you think she's saying this? Do you think she's just
She's
confused?
trying to break us up. I'm not spending
How
the
does
time
that break
with her
you up?
lying on him.
About the ring?
About the imaginary ring.
A ring can break somebody up. All
right,
right.
Your Honor.
So she says to you, I gave money for a ring and he didn't get you one.
Right.
He says in these texts, you ain't give me no money, you sound crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Got it. All right, ma'am, I'll grant you your, well, they said they paid everything but $121,
Honor,
and so that's
go
what I'm going to
through
grant you.
the
I'm sorry, ma'am,
taxes.
I'm telling you what I
They owe
believe.
me
Have a good day.
$300.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $121.